Hello, welcome to the Blackboard Navigation Introduction. Okay. This video will give you a quick introduction for how Blackboard will be used in this course. Okay. First thing you're going to want to do is go to our Blackboard homepage, which is at classes.uaf.edu. Once there, you'll enter your username and login password. Okay. It'll take a few minutes to load all of your courses, but once there, we are going to go down to our course, which is the Math 200 for spring of 2002. Wow, spring of 2012. Sorry, I misspoke there. And when you come in, you will always be taken right to the dashboard. Okay. Now, within the dashboard, the two main things that you're going to want to look at are your My Announcements and the My Calendar. The announcements basically give you week-to-week updates of what is coming up, what's due, what you should be working on, if there's an exam, if there's a university deadline, like a drop date or a withdraw date. And those will be posted pretty much every Sunday and left up throughout the week. The calendar is the other piece that's going to be kind of important for you, and that just basically shows you all of your due dates for your assignments. Okay. On the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see the course menu, and I'm just going to go through a couple of the buttons here. You're certainly welcome to navigate through and just figure out where things are and play around, but there are some things that I've put up in here for you that should help you out through the course. Okay, the first is the course introduction, and as you are watching this video, you probably have already come here. Basically, the introduction videos that are here will be left up through the entire semester. So if you forget something or just forget where something is, you can come back and watch these videos at any time. The course introduction quiz is also posted here, and this will be available until January 25th. So this is part of that lesson 1 assignment that you'll need to complete. And again, it's just to make sure that you have the basic understanding for how to submit things and how to complete things so that you get your grade for this course. Okay. Under the course information button, this is where you're going to find all sorts of information about the course. A copy of the welcome letter you were sent will be posted here. Your course syllabus is here. Course checklist. So this is good for, just having something with your notes and your book and stuff so that you can make sure that you're doing everything you need to do well in this course. Okay. If you don't have Adobe Reader, so just to be able to view PDFs, you can download this here. If you already have Adobe Acrobat Pro, which you'll need for some of the assignments, you can use that, so you won't need this. And in the assignment video, I will show you how to get Adobe Acrobat Pro. Okay, and then down at the bottom here, the last and probably the most important piece of information on here is where to go to get math help. So the Math and Stat Lab is a tutoring center on campus that you can go to get some help. And then there's also the UAF Math Hotline. The phone number is listed there, and basically they use the whiteboard in Blackboard to, answer your questions. You will have to call to find the hours because they do change every semester. But they have tutors online there that can help you over the phone, as well as while you're kind of watching what they write on the whiteboard. Okay. Under the schedule, you'll find kind of a week-by-week breakdown of what you should be working on throughout the course. Okay. Also down at the bottom, there's some information about, set deadlines. These are things that you need to keep in mind so that you're not withdrawn. And of course, like I said, all this information is on your calendar. Okay. There's also a PDF here that kind of breaks things down into more day-by-day stuff. So it's got a calendar of each day of the course, when things are due, when they're available. So if you want something a little bit more specific, you can look there. Okay. I'm going to skip down here to eLive. eLive is how we will do office hours for this course. Okay, and so if you look on the right side of the screen there's a little calendar. You can click through that and it will take you to each of the different months and show you when there are office hours. Now, I try to have a set office hour Tuesdays. That's one of the days and times I've got free. I will also try to have some on Thursday. I'll let you know more information about that once I know for sure whether or not I can do it. And then I'll talk a little bit more about office hours when we get to the faculty info. Okay. But you can scroll through there and see days and times. And basically, in order to get in here to the eLive, you'll just, when the day comes up, so for example, if this was February 28th, this link here for office hours would be underlined. You'd be able to click on it and go into the eLive sessions. Okay. Under discussion board, these are the discussions that you're going to be required to complete during the semester. 2 of these are graded. So the first one is part of your lesson 1, and it's basically just a quick introduction. You can kind of read through that when you go into the assignment. The other graded one is the final discussion. So this is kind of like an eval at the end of the semester that you'll fill out. And then the third discussion is non-graded, and this is an open discussion. This will be available after the first discussion is due, and it's pretty much a place for you as students to communicate. I will not go in here. I will not grade this. This is strictly for you guys to bounce ideas off of each other, ask questions of each other. If you want to use it as kind of a online study session, you're certainly welcome to. If you want input from me, I would mostly say go into the eLive so that we can communicate. But this is a place for you guys to interact. Okay. The WebAssign, this will take you to an external link to the WebAssign website where you will do all of your online quizzes. And I'll leave that for the WebAssign introduction video. I'm not going to get into too much detail there. Basically, that'll just take you there. So if you want a quick way to get there, that's one way to do it. Okay. Under faculty information, this is where you'll find my information. So again, my email, office hours, way to contact me. Okay. If you can't meet on eLive at those times, send me an email. Let me know what time is good for you, and if I'm available, we'll set up an eLive appointment so that you can get your questions answered. Okay. Okay. Some other pieces that are going to be kind of useful to you would be the resource tab, which is basically UAF resources. So the first 2 I would just kind of read through. Definitely know your student code of conduct. But then the rest are just, if you get stuck on anything and you need any help, these are some services that are available to you. Probably the most important one here, which is not listed at the top but probably should be, is the UAF Help Desk. As this is an online course, pretty much everything you do on here is through the computer. So if you have any questions about the computer, if your system shuts down or something stops working, you can't get onto eLive, your Blackboard is acting funny, you can't open PDF files, any computer questions, contact the help desk. They can either help you out right away, take down information, figure out a solution and get back to you, or if they can't help you, they'll find a solution for you. Maybe it'll be through a different place, but they'll find a solution for you. So for all of your computer needs, UAF Help Desk is the place to go. Okay. The other kind of important one there is the CDE information, and this will take you to the CDE website. Information in here, the registrar services is probably one that you're going to look at most So just information about how to transfer classes, drops and withdrawals, extensions, incompletes, requests. All of that information is listed on here. If you want information about exams or proctors, that information is also listed in there. So this is kind of a quick place to go for information about CDE in particular. Okay. Okay, you can kind of look through the other tools down there. I'm going to go back up here to the assignments because this is probably where you're going to spend most of your time while you're in Blackboard. Okay, under the assignments tab, you'll see folders for each of your lessons, folders for each of your exams, so preparation for those, as well as reviews. Okay, in your assignment folders, okay, all of these are going to look very similar. There's going to be a reading portion, content videos. So these will give you some brief, there's going to be two types in here. One is the Khan Academy videos that are basically done outside of UAF, but they're great tutorials. And then there's also video tutorials that I put on there that are more specific to our book and the sections that we're going to cover. Okay. Practice problems will be listed. For all of the practice problems, your solutions are in the back of your book. So these are ones to just give you some additional practice, make sure you understand the material. Definitely recommend doing these before you get into the assignment, the graded portion of the assignment. Okay. Once you're done the practice, you'll have web-assigned quizzes that'll be due. Here it lists which sections are due and when they're due. Again, if you click on the link here, this will take you to WebAssign, and you can go in there and actually do the quizzes. And then, of course, is your lesson. Okay, again, for how to submit your lessons, you can go to the assignment introduction, but basically under the lesson, it'll give you which problems you need to do from which sections of the text, and each lesson has a short response that you should answer when you submit. Okay, and then down at the bottom, every lesson will have a lesson checklist, so you can make sure that you've completed everything before moving on to the next lesson. Okay. In your exam folders, you'll find information about the exam. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on that here. The exam video will talk to you a little bit more in detail about what to expect there and how to do things for the exams. And then, like I said, there's a folder for each of the lessons, as well as what's going to be covered in those throughout. All of the information under the assignments folder will be available all semester. So if you need to review things, if you want to go back and look at something, it'll all be in there. Okay. The last thing I want to mention on here is the My Grades. And unfortunately, I'm not a student, so I'm not going to be able to show you this. But when you click on the My Grades, it'll give you a list of all of the assignments in this course, everything that's going to show up in the gradebook. And the reason I mention this is that the best way to see how you're doing in this class is to review your graded assignments. So once you've submitted an assignment and you go into the My Grades portion, you'll be able to click on your grade and see your graded assignment. So you can see what you missed, any comments that I made, any feedback that I need to give you. It'll all be put in there. Okay. That'll basically get you started in this course. What I would recommend now is to take a few minutes, navigate through, play around in the site, make sure you know where everything is. And if you have any questions, send me an email and make sure you get it answered before it gets too late in the course. Okay, thank you.